is where tradition never dies. This is your radio, Cayman. And now, The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Here's your host, Sabrina Turner.
Good morning, Cayman, and welcome to another edition of Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. I'm your host, Sabrina Turner, and we have two shows today, this from 7:30 until 8 o'clock, and then after the 8 o'clock news, sports, and weather, we come back and then we go until 9 a.m. Now, the Business Buzz is sponsored every Thursday by greenturtle.ky and also brought to you by Cayman Medical Supplies. Without further ado, I'm pleased to put the spotlight on my first guest this morning, the company Saxon. And our main topic this morning will be Cayman's Safest Driver campaign. And I'm pleased to have in studio to tell us more about that, Miss Crystal Gomez, marketing manager. Good morning, Crystal. It's a pleasure.
Good morning, Sabrina. Thanks for having me.
I'm quite sure this is season bills. It's always safety's always first.
It is. It absolutely is.
But it should be on the forefront of everybody's mind as we wrap up Pirates Week festivities this long weekend and heading into the festive season where we find more commuters and we want them to be cognizant of even when it comes to drinking. So tell us more. When did Saxon first come up with this idea to offer safe driving campaign?
So long and short of it is, I think everybody knows, as the island grows, so does the amount of cars on the island, and so does the, I want to put this lightly, but driving style of people on the island.
Everybody's in a rush.
Exactly. So, I think anybody that had the resources would want to, help to combat the horrible driving conditions in Cayman.
Correct.
So this has been, something that's been in the works for a while. It took a very long time to develop this app because it is that intelligent to show you, your driving habits. So it took a while to build out, and it was just something that was fitting. We're an insurance company. We're all about protection, right?
Correct.
So we thought it was very fitting to roll this out and just have some fun with it. We're rewarding people for driving safe. So
tell us more. What's Cayman's Safest Driver?
So Cayman Safest Driver is an app that was developed by a company called Cambridge Mobile Telematics. They developed this app that works off of GPS and motions and vibrations and a whole bunch of stuff that I can't get into because I know zero about technology when it comes to app development.
Right.
And it's so simple because anybody can use it. You don't have to be a Saxon customer. You download the app. And what it does is it knows when your ignition goes on. It knows when your first trip is happening, and it will just monitor that the whole way through. So it'll score you on how hard you brake, how fast you're going. If you use your phone, as in just touch your phone while you're driving, it will score you on cornering and acceleration. So those are the 5 things that it's mainly looking at. So from the minute you leave your house to your final destination, it will record your entire journey and show you how long it took to get there, how many miles, and it will even map it out on the map in Cayman. So I found it more interesting to see where I go throughout the day and how long I'm on the road versus my score, which I hate to admit is a little low because I've been very busy and touch my phone way too much than I should. But it's an awesome app, and I encourage everybody to download it. It's free. There's no catch. You just literally download an app, and you could win up to $10,000 in cash and prizes.
Nice. I see Paul behind the boards there just showing off because he got it, on his phone. But who is it for, and the main aim of the campaign?
Well, it's literally for anybody that's over 17 with a valid driver's license and, of course, proof of insurance. And it is if we could have started this with the youngsters, that would have been great. So that we could encourage, young or safe driving from a very young age. But it is only valid for, people with a valid driver's license. The main thing for this is just to get everybody together over the holiday season to just be aware of some of the habits that you may think are normal.
It's true.
But they're like if we were in the United States or something like that and got caught with our phones, that's a big deal. Over here, it's kind of a little bit a tap on the wrist a little bit. And I really think that this app is going to make people more aware, just by seeing what you've done and where you went wrong throughout the day of things that aren't normal. So they need to change.
Nothing irks me more than when you're behind someone and you can see them not paying attention, like if you're at an intersection and there's a delay response for them to proceed. And when you realize it, they're either WhatsApping or they're talking on their phone with the phone in their hands. Now, it's one thing of having that surround sound ability in your vehicle, but if you literally have to look at your phone to respond, you know how your delayed time is just...
Exactly.
It's just really impaired.
It's still a form of distraction.
Exactly.
So, and I'm not saying that, I'm any different. I
don't think any of us can say that we've never done it, but just looking at saying K or KK can kill someone, or
Absolutely.
It's just a ripple effect, and everyone that then is affected.
That is so true. I mean, for me, it's making me more aware now that I know I have the app, and I am the marketing manager behind this campaign. So it's making me more aware of, when my phone will vibrate, I'll go to reach for it, and I'm like, oh no, that's going to affect my score.
Exactly.
I've had people call me and say, oh my God, Crystal, I braked really hard at a roundabout. Is that going to affect my score? And I love that the buzz that it's creating is, just going everybody. It doesn't matter what walk of life. One of the coolest features about this app is that you can form a friend group. So if everybody at Radio Cayman download the app, you can all add each other to a set group and see who's leading the way and who's the worst driver and who's the best driver.
That'll be interesting.
It's so cool though. Like, I think I'm number 3 right now. My other half is, I came home the other day and he was so upset, and I was like, what's wrong? He's like, man, my God, the worst score today. Like, it's so low. And I'm like, that's because you're always on your phone. Like, just wait, get to a stop and then answer your phone.
Yeah.
So I love the buzz that it is creating. It's been so amazing to hear people calling me and just talking about, how well they're doing or how bad they're doing, or just the buzz that it's creating in general. So
persons hearing the buzz about this app, how is it available for download?
You can go to the Google Google Play Store or the Apple Play Store. And it's available for iOS or Android. So if you have a Samsung, if you have an iPhone, you can download it. I will say, though, that if you have an older version of certain phones, the app is not compatible because it needs certain motion detection and all that might not be in the later model or older model of phones. But it's right there. It's Cayman's safest driver. You can't miss it. You download it. You just fill out a quick registration, which is interesting as well because it asks what district you're from. So we want to see who the safest driver in the districts are and kind of just do a general average to see what the safest district is overall.
Nice.
So this last week, since Friday, we've been at every Heritage Day pushing the app. And of course, just encouraging safe driving, especially for the people that live in the eastern districts that do have a long haul. We see a lot of accidents happening on that straight road that goes up to Northside and East End. So again, we've been literally just taking this promotion so seriously and just having some fun with it. We had a little talk with the kids up at Northside Heritage Day the other day, and I'm like, you guys can't drive yet? And they're like, oh no, I drive. One of these kids was like 5 years old. He's like, I drive, and I know he was lying, but
they're sitting on their parents' lap. To them is driving.
But it was funny, the feedback they were saying to, what their parents do. Like, oh, my mom always makes sure my seatbelt is on and da-da-da-da. So it was good to catch them, really, really young and talk to them about safe driving, and they were all excited about it. So, it's been great. So the districts are another huge thing. We're going to announce the winner overall district at the end of this promotion, and then we're going to offer, Saxon's going to come out and do a barbecue and community day for whatever district that wins. And it's literally just all about getting the community together, getting us to stand behind one thing, which is safe driving.
Excellent. Now, let's talk a little bit more about what contestants will win.
Yep.
We talk about the barbecue, we talk about the big grand prize, but, looking beyond that.
Yep. So what we're going to do tomorrow, we'll give away our first prize, which will be a new phone, courtesy of our friends at Digicel. And that is going to go to the least distracted driver. And people will say, well, you're giving a phone to somebody that's you're giving a phone rewarding somebody for not touching their phone. And my answer to that is literally that you've proven that you are a safe driver and this is your reward. So after that, we're going to do the overall safest driver, which is going to be a grand prize of $5,000. However, there's a catch there. For everybody that downloads the app, Saxon's going to contribute an extra $1 to the cash pot.
Ooh,
so
the more people
that download, the more money you're going to win at the end of this promotion. So that is why we're really pushing pushing people. Like the grand prize is up to the public. It is up to how many people want to drive safely and win some money. And we're going to announce the grand prize winner on December 7th. Good. That gives you a lot of time to get some nice Christmas presents with $10,000. So, yeah.
You're in tune to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz as we put the spotlight in our first segment on Saxon. Speaking with Ms. Crystal Gomez, Marketing Manager of Saxon, telling us more about their Cayman Safest Driver campaign and what you need to know. Get on your phones, not while you're driving, but definitely when it's safe to do so, and download that app if you haven't already done so. We'll take our first break for the morning, and when we come back, we will be able to share with you how you can get additional information on this promotion and any other upcoming promotions, and get a little bit more about other services that are offered over there at Saxon. So keep it locked here to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz for more when we come back.
It's more than what we do. It's who we are. We were your official bank of the quincentennial celebrations in 2003. We were your Bank of the Year 4 times. We were voted as the inaugural top employer in 2010. We were the inaugural Business of the Year awardee in 2017. Who are we? We are Cayman National, your local bank, proudly serving you for over 40 years. It's because of you that our journey continues.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the historical vignette series, sponsored by Cayman National Bank. Visit Cayman National Bank today for all of your financial needs. The Cayman Islands, he hath founded it upon the seas.
A true pioneer, Mary Evelyn Wood dedicated her life to bringing change to these islands for the benefit of the Caymanian people. She was born to Charles and Julietta Wood and was the youngest daughter in a family of 6. Miss Evie, as she was known, was the first woman ever elected to the Cayman Islands legislature and was also the first to serve on a jury. In her early 20s, she started a small school in her father's home, serving as its sole teacher. Several years later, after receiving training as a practical nurse, she changed vocations, entering what was then known as private nursing. By 1957, an interest in women's rights led her to join hundreds of other women in signing the petition for female suffrage of that year, now commemorated as Heroes Square, Georgetown. After women won the right to vote in 1959, she joined Ormond Panton's National Democratic Party as treasurer and chair of the Bontown Committee. In 1962, she became that district's Legislative Assembly representative. Her unstinting service to the community was recognized in 1965 when she received the Cayman Islands Certificate and Badge
Radio
of Honor.
Cayman's historical facts vignettes are proudly brought to you by Cayman National, with branches on all 3 Cayman Islands. Visit Cayman National Bank today for all of your financial needs.
I need a bank that is convenient for me.
What do you mean?
I need a bank that has easy-to-find locations and plenty ATMs when I need cash on the go.
Oh, well, that's easy. You need to bank with Cayman National. They have 7 customer service centers and 23 ATM locations. The newest one is at the East End Post Office, and I hear there's more to come.
Well, sounds like I need to bank with Cayman National Bank, the convenient bank, because they seem to be everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Cayman National is everywhere. Surely they are Cayman's convenient bank.
Cayman National Bank. We're here for you.
You may have heard of them by now. greenturtle.ky, a one-stop shop for your mobile needs. Whether shopping for a new phone or topping up a loved one, it's time to hop aboard the Green Turtle Express. From 24-hour delivery in Grand Cayman to sending credit worldwide, greenturtle.ky is the future of mobile. Take a ride on the Green Turtle Express today. greenturtle.ky. They get there first.
I don't have time to understand this whole social media thing. And I definitely don't have the in-house people to manage my social media advertising.
Relax. Yellow Media Group can help.
But I don't even know how to run ads on social media.
It's alright. Yellow Media Group delivers real results for social media advertising. Let our Facebook certified experts and over 50 years of advertising experience do the work for you.
That sounds wonderful. I'm too busy running my business.
Exactly. Let Yellow Media Group be your social media team. We'll create a custom
custom plan specifically for your business so that you can focus on your business.
Perfect. How do I start?
Call 949-7027 or go to www.yellowmediagroup.com/Cayman Social. Yellow, we know social.
So, on a say on a war culture, well, I tell you one thing, Pirates Week got something for honor. Everybody, holiday Monday, November 12th, 9 in the morning on Cardinal Avenue. Come experience Culture Shock, and that is with a P. This gonna be filled with true Caymanian culture and heritage. Now we talking live music, demonstrations, kids zone, and of course, Grandpa's favorite part, the best local food from West Bay to East End, and everywhere in between. I mean all day long. And guess what? Snapper Cook Off and Culture Jam are back. And I try to come out and see who got the best rundown or who can do the best running man. I reckon so much going on and I can't miss it.
The excitement continues at 7 p.m. with the Illumination Night Parade fireworks finale, while dancing with some of the Caribbean's best soca artists, Teddyson John, Second Star, and more. Downtown Harbor Drive, Monday 12th. Admission is free. Check piratesweekfestival.com for more info. Culture Shop, sponsored by Ministry of Tourism, Department of Tourism, Cayman Airways, and Radio Cayman.
Cayman's cruise industry must be preserved and developed. It is a myth that the cruise lines will continue to call on Cayman at the rate they do now without the piers. It is a fact that the mega-class ships will not be tendered. Arrivals will decline by half over time as the older ships are decommissioned. This will hurt our economy and thousands of Caymanians who work in this industry. If we want to continue providing opportunities for Caymanians, we need the piers. Support the piers. Support our tourism.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Cayman's Business Buzz.
Welcome back to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. I'm your host, Sabrina Turner, keeping the spotlight on Saxon and talking about their Cayman Safest Driver campaign. I'm pleased to have in studio with me Ms. Crystal Gomez, Marketing Manager. Now, for those who may just be joining us, Crystal, just recap briefly what we said at the beginning of this show so that persons will understand that there's a cool app that they can download. You don't have to necessarily be a Saxon customer. This is available to everyone. And if it's available to everyone, that means you have dibs at the prizes.
Not me personally, but I mean, I don't think that'd go down too well with the marketing manager winning the prize. No, but we are actually doing an internal staff promotion, which is interesting.
So you're not left out.
No. So we're going to have our Christmas party the day after this promotion ends.
Excellent.
So we're going to give a prize to the Saxon's Safest Driver, which would be very interesting to see. It's always the underdog. Like some of the people I see on my list, I'm like, how are you higher than I am? But just really briefly, again, it's holiday season. People are out and about. You know, stores have extended hours. People are on the road later, they're driving faster, they're in a hurry. We just saw this was a perfect time to introduce this free app, as you said, which is available for Android and iOS, Apple or Samsung. And it's literally just free to download. You just quick registration, your email address, your username, your district, and if you're a Saxon customer or not, we will ask that. And I do want to say really quickly that when you download the app, this information is not available for anyone.
Okay.
Nobody can see, like I'm not going to see what you've done, for instance. We give you the opportunity to put in a username, which will be anonymous. So you can put whatever you want. And if you choose to be identified, that's fine if you want to use your real name. But again, none of this information is going anywhere. This is literally just to promote safe driving. That's it. It's just a quick 1-2 download. It takes a couple seconds to download, register, and then you just turn the key in your car. Do not touch your phone while you're driving. It doesn't need you to fiddle with it or anything. It is that responsive that it knows when you've started your car and when you're driving. So yeah, it's that simple.
For those persons who may be wondering whether or not their cars have to be one of the latest cars, this works with any vehicle?
Any vehicle. It literally goes off of like motion detection and vibrations in your car. And it does actually have a feature that if you're a passenger in the car and, maybe you're with that crazy friend that doesn't know about stop signs, you can actually go in when your journey is complete and select that you were a passenger so that your score is not affected.
Okay, excellent. Good save there as well. Where can persons log on for more information?
So we've got a dedicated website for this promotion. It's just www.drivesafe.ky. From there, you can download the app. You can find out, any information that you need about the promotion. There's some cool features on how to add friends and just some little quick hacks about the app and how to use it. It's very user-friendly. So we encourage everybody to go to that and just read up about it and find out what Cayman Safest Driver is all about.
So, Crystal, how has persons embraced this campaign?
I mean, it's so far, I think it's amazing. Like, as I've been sitting here talking to you, my phone keeps vibrating, and it's my mom telling me about her score and how she's been driving. And my mom is one of the best drivers in Cayman, I must say. Kathy, you're a good driver. I'm sure you're listening to me right now. And it's that kind of feedback that just literally warms my heart, because I'm just like, oh my God, so many people are so interested in this from every walk of life. My mom personally, she's on the road all the time driving long distances, so I'm sure she's been racking up her points. But that's another thing about the app. You do have to drive a certain amount, a certain time. Like, you can't just download the app, drive for one day and be considered, in the running. This is something that we actively want people to encourage, safe driving journeys as well. So, again, it's running for 6 weeks. We're going to close this off on December 7th and announce our grand prize winner. We're going to do that on air. We're actually going to be doing a cinema takeover as well for the premiere of Robin Hood, which coincides with Thanksgiving. We're going to give back. So for certain people that have downloaded the app, I think we're going to do maybe just a quick first 50 or whatever else are going to win tickets to come see the premiere before anybody else in Cayman and enjoy, some safe downtime in the cinema up at Cayman Bay. And we're just going to have a really good fun with that and just promote the app. So it's been going very well. As I said, we've been at every Heritage Day. We've really been trying to spread the word and get the message out there. This is not, and there's no underlying message here. The message is safe driving.
And there's no catch.
There is no catch.
Only if you catch the big winnings.
Exactly. Exactly. There's absolutely no catch. As you said earlier, you don't have to be a Saxon customer to participate in this competition. So
you go into your Google Play Store and you search for Cayman Safest Driver.
Yes.
You download that app, create your username and password. If you want to use your alter ego name, it's totally up to you. Provide a valid email address and enter your district where you reside. And then let a Saxon customer, whether or not you're a Saxon customer or not, this is available to you. Now, pretty much from what we're seeing, over an average in the last 12 months, over 880 people were searching for this. And in the past 12 months, 790 persons a month were searching for this bad driving in Cayman. So obviously it's caught on.
Absolutely. I'm surprised it's actually that. I thought it would be a lot higher than that. Because as you know, I think roundabouts give me the worst anxiety in Cayman.
Tell me about it.
There's nothing worse than not knowing if that person on the outside lane is actually going to exit or if they're going to continue on and just run straight into you.
They don't indicate.
No, absolutely not.
They don't indicate. And that is something that we should always bear in mind for those persons who are in traffic that we're feeling, especially going to the eastern districts, be it coming into town or going up in the evenings. Trust me, you will be floored at the type of driving that you're seeing.
It is crazy.
And obviously they don't have the app. These persons know who I'm talking about.
I know. If they did, their score would be very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're almost up to about 600 users right now, which is interesting. So that's really showing the data. It is important to note that you won't see all of those users on the app. There's a leaderboard that will show you where you are overall. Right. I think right now, and I cannot believe I'm admitting this, I'm like 200 and something. It'll show you where you are on your friends board. So I think I'm number 3 on that. So yay me. And then it will show you where you are in the districts. So if you're the safest driver in Georgetown or, East End or North Side. So it's really cool to see where you are in the pack, basically.
Well, I hope with the assistance of the Business Buzz, getting the word out there, the buzz will definitely be caught on, and persons will be searching for this app much more after this conversation is over, and that you can see a difference in the stats go up. Now, what are other main services and products being offered by Saxon Insurance?
Well, as everybody knows, we're an insurance company, and that's why this whole promotion kind of sprung or came about, is because we're all about protection. And that means far more than just that piece of paper that's protecting your car or home or whatever else. That's our people. That's our culture. We just want to, protect everyone. So basically, if you come into Saxon, we've got what I would say the best customer service. Our team are so amazing. They're there to serve you for all your, motor vehicle needs, for your fleet needs, for whatever it is that you want to, ensure we're good. We're also available for home insurance, content. Content is a big one. people kind of just think, oh, no, nothing's going to happen. But as we all know, everybody that survived Hurricane Ivan, having contents insured, like, for instance, your watch. It is a big thing. It is such a big thing, and nobody thinks about it. Even if you're renting a place and, you have stuff in there that you can't necessarily protect the property because it's not yours, you can protect the contents that are inside.
Water leaks.
Exactly.
Second story
and
floor.
We see that.
You never know.
We see that all the time. My other half is a contractor, and the majority of his calls are flooding from upstairs apartments or something that was not the actual person's fault, bless their hearts. So again, we're here for any insurance needs. You can contact us. We'll have a great response rate at sales@saxon.ky or insurance@saxon.ky, and we're happy to serve.
So, Crystal, moving forward, what can we expect from Saxon for the remainder of the year and into 2019?
A lot.
There's always something going on.
There is always something going on. I mean, just when I thought, oh man, I'm going to get some downtime, I'm not. So we're going to actually launch the driver's ed program really early in the year in January, which is going to target, the drivers before they even go in to take the test or get their driver's license. And that is something that we take a lot of pride in. We're teaming up with the RCIPS and the Department of Vehicle Licensing Department. We're also teaming up with all the educators on the island to get the kids involved. It's literally a road course that they're going to have to take. They're going to get certified, and it's actually going to be trained by a few of the officers who've undergone the emergency training program, so they know their stuff, and it's just always so exciting. So it's not just an app that we're pushing, we're also trying to just get the kids from a young age. So our overall stance is going to be to combat the driving habits in Cayman.
Keeping the spotlight on Saxon, and our main topic this morning is Cayman Safest Driver campaign with marketing manager Crystal Gomez. Can you give us again a summary of the Cayman's Fastest Driver campaign and a wrap up and what you'd like to leave with our listening audience this morning?
So Cayman Safest Driver, as we said, it's an amazing app that is so smart. It'll show you where you've gone. It'll show you how many miles you've driven. It will also tell you about your safe driving habits. So it will score you on braking, cornering, acceleration, phone distraction, and speeding, obviously. It's free to download. It's available in the the Android. Going way ahead of myself. It's available in the Google Play or App Store for download. It's absolutely free. You just register. It takes 2 seconds to register. Once you've downloaded it, you don't have to do anything with it. It will just track your journeys. If you're the safest driver, you could win up to $10,000 in cash and prizes. We're giving away the first prize tomorrow for the least distracted driver. And as I said, everybody that downloads the app, Saxon's going to contribute $1 more into the cash pot. So it's up to the public to decide how much money they're going to win overall. For more information, everybody can go to www.drivesafe.ky and download the app, find out anything they need to know, terms and conditions, FAQs, they're all there.
So tomorrow, how will you contact the winner?
Tomorrow, well, email address. So so you have to enter your email address. And we're going to hunt down whoever it is, and they will have, they will have a response time. If they don't respond in time, we're going to just have to draw the next winner.
To the next exactly. One. And what we need to take away from this is that you don't have to be an existing Saxon customer.
Absolutely not.
You don't have to be. Just go on to your Google Play Store and download, look for that app called Cayman Safest Driver. You're scored on what? Speeding, cornering, acceleration,
phone distraction. It's all of that. It's the major things that really
that you shouldn't do.
Exactly.
Crystal, what would you leave again with our audience? Special mention before we end the show?
Yeah, I mean, come see us at Georgetown Heritage today. That's where we'll be. Yes. We're going to be out there pushing the app. We've got some cool bumper stickers and some information on the app. And I just really want to encourage everybody, please drive safe for everybody over the holiday season. Nobody wants any kind of heartbreak close to the Christmas time. So let's just, even if you don't download the app, just still consider that you need to drive safely, especially with the speeding. So I just encourage everybody to download it. As I said, drivesafe.ky for more information. So Sabrina, thank you so much for having me.
It's been a pleasure. And let's see the power of the business buzz, and let's see how much downloads you can get today.
Absolutely.
After allowing us to put the spotlight and definitely getting the word out there. Crystal, it has been a pleasure, and all success to you.
Thank you.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored every Tuesday and Thursday by greenturtle.ky and also brought to you by Cayman Medical Supplies. Stay tuned for more of the Business Buzz after the 8 o'clock news, sports and weather update, when we'll be putting the spotlight on Eating House 1503, and that is located at Margaritaville Beach Resort, Grand Cayman. Over to you, Paul.
Price Right is Grand Cayman's warehouse shopping superstore, making your dollar go further with huge savings and no membership fees. Get more of the things you use every day at the right price. But it's not just grocery and health and beauty. Price Right has a full range of products from office to automotive, patio furnishings to kitchen appliances, and even electronics. And since warehouse prices mean savings for you, everything is priced right at Price Right, Grand Cayman's warehouse shopping superstore.
Time check courtesy of Price Right, 7:59. Price Right, live better for less.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
Access. Information. Your community. News and information. Radio Cayman is your choice, your voice for today's biggest news. Radio Cayman.
With your latest news, I'm Karsley Fuller. If you're selling or buying a vehicle, it is imperative that you follow the transfer of ownership to completion. Radio Cayman's April Cummings explains.
Department of Motor Vehicle officials say that when you're selling or buying a car, ideally both parties should attend the DVDL, and the seller should really make sure that the vehicle's been transferred to the new owner before leaving the building. If that transfer doesn't happen, technically the person selling the car is actually still the owner and could be held liable for violations of the law with respect to the vehicle. So, for example, if a disqualified driver uses it, if there's excessive tint, or if illegal drugs are recovered in it, the original owner could be held responsible. Officials say failing to transfer the vehicle in and of itself is a violation of Section 9 of the traffic law and is a criminal offense. Authorities say there is another pathway, though. The transfer of ownership for a vehicle can be witnessed by a notary public or justice of the peace, but the responsibility will still lie with the registered owner, that's the person selling the car, to make sure that the transfer is completed. If the buyer doesn't go to the DVDL and turn in the vehicle transfer documents, the vehicle will still remain in the seller's name, and in some cases, that means fees are accumulating as well. Police say there are other risks. If the car wasn't properly transferred and it was used in a crime, authorities will come looking for the registered owner to answer questions, a potentially embarrassing endeavor. April Cummings, Radio Cayman News.
The Cayman Islands Red Cross launches an appeal for donations to help victims of flood-stricken Trinidad and Tobago. Flooding and landslides caused by heavy rains over a 48-hour period have affected approximately 150,000 people, according to reports coming out of the country. Due to the number of calls and outpouring of support from Cayman residents, the Red Cross has launched a Trinidad and Tobago floods appeal for anyone wishing to make a financial contribution to the disaster response effort. An account has been opened at the Bank of Butterfield, which is currently accepting donations. You can also make a donation at the Red Cross Corporate Office Center on number 27 Hospital Road, first floor. The organization says they aren't collecting any items to send to Trinidad because it's not cost effective. They'll also limit their response efforts by restricting their ability to meet the changing needs of the affected families. And the Young Caymanian Leadership Awards Gala is coming up on Saturday, and all week long we've been taking some time to get to know each of the finalists. 30-year-old Samuel Young is the managing director of World Gym and the first trained triathlon coach in the Cayman Islands. Since becoming a young business owner, Mr. Young says he's been on a mission to get more young Caymanians to utilize health and fitness to build their self-belief, which will not only impact their personal life, but their professional life as well.
I feel like we tend to look out for our own, and that's human nature. I think we should also teach the young people that they should try to own their own businesses and employ other young people under that umbrella. I haven't just changed my narrative once, I've done it more than once. So it lends itself that I am somebody who believes in myself. And if you believe in yourself too, your outcomes can be the same.
This year's gala event will be held on November 10th at the Kimpton to celebrate and honor this year's YCLA finalists, Samuel Lung, Kimberly Connolly, Casey Mobley, Stacey Scott, and Wilbur Welcome. For more information, head to youngcaymanianleaders.ky. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, who will take us out of the newscast. I'm Karsley Fuller from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
BBC News with David Austin. Police in California say a shooting at a crowded bar outside Los Angeles has left 13 people dead, including the gunman. A spokesman said the fatalities included a police sergeant. More than a dozen other people are reported injured. The attacker burst into the Borderline Bar and Grill and began shooting during an event popular with college students. Pakistani officials have denied media reports that a Christian woman, Asia Bibi, who was recently cleared of blasphemy, has left the country. The information minister accused the media of behaving irresponsibly. Hardline Islamist groups in Pakistan angrily opposed her acquittal by the Supreme Court. The Indian government says pollution in Delhi has risen to severe levels after residents set off fireworks to mark Diwali, the Hindu festival of lights. The U.S. Embassy in the city said early morning air quality readings were many times the figure considered safe. There are doubts about the future of the inquiry into Russian interference in the last U.S. presidential election after Donald Trump fired the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions. His temporary replacement, Matthew Whitaker, has previously suggested that funding for the investigation could be cut. BBC News.
Access to information. What's happening in your community? News and information, music and more. You can find us. www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Radio Cayman is your choice, your voice for today's biggest news. Radio Cayman.
No time is better spent than that spent in the service of your fellow man. Brian McGill.
Calling all SIXCA members. The Cayman Islands Civil Service Association Annual General Meeting is Thursday, November the 15th at the Georgetown Town Hall. So SIXCA members, please mark your calendars. Members, please make every effort to attend this very important upcoming Annual General Meeting. Be there for the Mix and Mingle social from 5 to 5:30 p.m., followed by the General Meeting from 5:30 till 7 p.m.
They want you. They want you. They want you as a new recruit. They want you. They want you. They want you as a new recruit.
Vote for your 2018-2019 Management Council. Get your copy of the 2016 to 2017 vetted financial accounts. Members may submit issues for discussion on the agenda to SICSA, CICSA@gov.ky, or topics can be raised at the meeting. The agenda with documents for consideration will be emailed to members before the meeting.
That's SIXA's AGM coming November 15th, Georgetown Town Hall.
Puritan Cleaners would like to advise valued customers of our new hours of operations at 2 of our stores, starting November 1st. Centennial Towers West Bay, open 8 a.m., close 1:30 to 3 p.m., and reopen 3 to 6:30 p.m. And Savannah Countryside, open 8 a.m., close 1:30 to 3 p.m., and reopen at 3 to 7 p.m. Opening hours at Puritan Cleaners Elgin Avenue and Eastern Avenue stores will remain the same, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., except Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. For further information, call 949-7104.
The Tuesday and Thursday edition of The Business Buzz is brought to you by Cayman Medical Supplies, providing quality pharmaceuticals, medical supplies, and consumer products to healthcare providers, retailers, and ultimately the patients at a reasonable rate in a friendly, caring, and timely manner. Cayman Medical Supplies is located at number 93 Smith Road, Windward Center. Telephone 949-6211.
In financial news, Asian markets were mostly higher today after the U.S. midterm elections when, as expected, soothing fears of sudden shifts on trade and economic policies. Keeping scores, Japan's benchmark Nikkei 225 rallied 1.8% to 22,486, even as machinery orders slid a record 18% in September from the previous month because of natural disasters. South Korea's Kospi rose 1.3% to 2,106. Hong Kong's Hang Seng added 0.8% to 26,348, while the Shanghai Composite was down 0.1% to 2,638. Looking at Wall Street, Asian investors took the lead from a rebound on Wall Street. Large technology and consumer companies rallied, and three-quarters of the stock on the New York Stock Exchange traded higher as results from the U.S. midterm election streamed in. The S&P 500 index jumped 2.1% to 2,813. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was 2.1% higher at 26,180, and the Nasdaq Composite advanced 2.6% to 7,570. In energy, benchmark U.S. crude oil gained 8 cents to 61.75 in electronic trading on the New York Mercantile Exchange. It fell 54 cents to 61.67 a barrel in New York. Brent crude was flat at 72.07. And in currencies, the dollar rose to 113.61 yen from 113.57 yen late Wednesday. The euro strengthened to 1.1434 from 1.1426.
From the 29th of October to the 30th of November, Water Authority Cayman will be installing a new pipeline along a portion of Owen Roberts Drive. The installation of the new pipeline will affect the portion of Owen Roberts Drive between the intersection with Breezy Way and the Cayman Airways offices. Pipelaying works will take place from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday to Friday. Traffic signs will be posted in the general vicinity of the work area, and all motorists are asked to drive with caution to ensure their own safety as well as that of the Water Authority staff. The Water Authority appreciates the patience and understanding of its valuable customers as it upgrades its water infrastructure to better serve you, and apologizes for any inconvenience this may cause.
Cayman Kind is the Cayman experience.
We work at the Cayman Craft Market.
It is a myth that we do not need the cruise ship industry.
It is a fact that when there are no ships in port, we do not earn a living. We depend on the cruise industry, and if it was to reduce by half, many others just like us would suffer immensely. We want to work and provide for our families.
We need the pier.
Support the piers. Support our tourism.
Your weather update after 8 is brought to you by Brand Source Home Gallery, creating elegant bathrooms with European-style fixtures and fittings.
Okay, good morning to you, Cayman. Let's take a look at your latest weather updates. Present temperature, nice 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity 100%. Winds are calm. Barometric pressure is at 29.88 and holding. Synopsis for today: light easterly winds and seas along with isolated showers are expected as a tropical wave moves west of the Cayman area today. Forecast: partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of afternoon showers. Temperatures will rise to the upper 80s. Winds will be east to northeast at 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be smooth to slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. Later on tonight, partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers. Temperatures will fall to the mid-70s. Winds will be light and variable. Seas will be smooth with wave heights of less than 2 feet. High tide is coming up at 10:13 this morning. It's going to be low at 4:13 this afternoon. High at 9:32 tonight. For tomorrow, low tide is at 3:55. High at 10:52 a.m. Low at 4:55 p.m. and high at 10:10 p.m. Sunset this evening is at 5:47. Sunrise for tomorrow at 6:31. The outlook is for similar weather conditions through Saturday morning. That's your latest weather.
Your weather update after 8 is brought to you by Brand Source Home Gallery, creating elegant bathrooms with European-style fixtures and fittings. Babe, not tonight. I need to be rested for all-day meetings tomorrow.
What are you talking about? I was almost asleep.
You keep poking me, and I can't sleep.
That's the mattress spring I keep telling you about. Not me. We really need to get a new mattress.
Tossing and turning, back hurting, can't sleep? It might be time to turn in your old mattress and go to bed with a new one. Browse the huge mattress showroom at Brand Source Home Gallery and pick the perfect mattress today. With mattresses to suit every budget, Brand Source Home Gallery stocks a wide selection of sizes and styles like Pillow Top and Gel Memory Foam. So stop tossing and turning and sleep better tonight with a new mattress from Brand Source Home Gallery, Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
The boarding school fair is back Sunday, November the 11th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Grand Cayman Marriott Resort. Don't miss this opportunity to speak with over 40 representatives from various junior and college prep boarding schools for grades 6 to 12 from across the United States and Canada. Parents and students can learn firsthand about the advantages of attending these prestigious educational institutions, including academics, curriculum, extracurricular activities, sports and cultural programs, application processes, SSAT requirements, and financial aid. The 2018 Boarding School Fair, Sunday, November 11th at the Grand Cayman Marriott. Register today at www.bettywalker.com. That's BEDIWALKER.com, or for more information, contact Neil Murray at 925-8793 or email l-murray@candw.ky.
All right, good morning, Cayman. Taking a look at traffic conditions on the outside. From the east, we got a slow pace moving traffic getting onto Crew Road and onto the Linford Pearson Highway, and some that choose the other Crew Road. Traffic is busy out there. Traffic is backed up along the Linford Pearson Highway. coming into Georgetown, looking at Crew Road, getting closer to Smith Road Junction. Very much busy as well. Traffic heading on to Crew Road, on to Shetton Road. We'll experience some busy traffic out there. West Bay Road looking quite busy with the early morning influx of traffic. Getting in the streets of Georgetown, we'll experience some heavy flow of traffic, some areas that are light. Also want to know North Church Street, South Church Street is going to be quite busy because of the amount of ships that are coming in today. We've got the Vanquish, Tropic Mist, Seaboard Sun, Norwegian, Breakaway, Carnival Vista, and Carnival Sensation. A total of 9,964 passengers are going to be in Georgetown today, so just be careful on the roads. That's your latest traffic report. Got your sport report coming up.
In local sports, one of the top football nations in the world will compete against Cayman's under-15 and under-17 national sides next month. Argentina's under-15 youth team will be coming to Cayman to play 2 friendly matches against Cayman's finest. Speaking on Radio Cayman Sports Extra, SIFA President Alfredo Whitaker says this is major for Cayman.
For our fans, they would have the opportunity, like many of us a few years ago, to watch little young Messi when he was like 17 years old, playing with the U20, and you will have the opportunity to share with coaches that would share their experience with our local coaches. You will have the opportunity to see and live the success of the South Americans. For all of us that like football, we know that Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, these are big countries that we enjoy. At some point, Colombia. So we're going to have them home. Our players, for them, going to be a unique experience.
Yes.
Any way you look at it, when you get this opportunity, is big.
SIFA President Alfredo Whitaker.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Business Buzz.
Welcome back to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. In this second segment, we're pleased to put the spotlight on one of the newest restaurants right here in the Cayman Islands, and it's called Eating House 1503. Her guest is Chef Roy Yamaguchi, founder of Eating House 1503, to tell us more. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, good morning. Pleasure to be here. Thank you very much for the invitation.
It is a pleasure, and we're happy to definitely put the spotlight on this new restaurant. And based on the smell in the room, I must thank you for bringing some goodies. Which
I brought some Szechuan baby back ribs that this recipe that I created over 30 years ago, and it's a great, nice and tasty, and it's spicy, and it's
right up our alley.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm quite sure that my friend behind the boards, definitely, he's ready to dig in. That's why it's behind the glass and you can't get it. Well, let's hear more. Let's tell me a little bit about yourself. You hail and you have some serious lineage and links you back to Hawaii and all of that good stuff.
Well, my father was born and raised in Hawaii. I was actually born and raised in Japan. And my grandfather, going back to my grandfather, he left Japan in the early 1900s and settled in Hawaii on the island of Maui as a plantation worker. So, his roots, my father's roots go back to Hawaii. So when I was a kid growing up in Japan, my father is the one who always used to cook. And the flavors of his cooking was basically, his childhood memories also. So a lot of so-called, Hawaiian flair. Uh-huh. So growing up, I had that type of food along with the Japanese cuisine. My mother was from Okinawa. So having those types of dishes where, you had pork and miso and soy sauce, ginger, that type of stuff. So, when I started to cook, I went to a cooking school and, learned my foundation, worked in a French restaurant. And I started to incorporate a lot of my childhood memories, the flavors of my childhood memories, along with, what I was accustomed to living in Japan. So I kind of combined all of those elements and created my own style of cooking. Right. So, Eating House 1503 is an extension of how I started and how I started cooking at Roy's, which we made it a international brand, and so the Eating House 1503 is from that family of restaurants, and we like to have our guests really enjoy the comfort and the excitement and the wow factor of our food.
Excellent. And I'll be able to give my own ratings along with Paul after the show, because I'm quite sure with the ribs we don't want all of that sauce all over the place. Now, I believe you've also published 4 cookbooks over your career. Tell us more about that.
Well, yes. I started many years ago doing cookbooks, and I told myself that I'm not going to do any more because it's a lot of work. I mean, I don't know if anybody's done cookbooks, but it's a lot of writing, and unfortunately I had someone to ghostwrite it for me. But at the same time, having somewhere about 150 to 200 recipes where I need to make sure that all the ingredients are correct and tasting all the dishes that are on the recipes in the book itself is a lot of work. But 4 books, seafood, and one is kind of like goes with a television show that I used to have. I was on PBS for almost 7 years, over 300 stations across the country and the world, and and also shown in 60 different countries. So it was something special.
Have you ever competed, let's say, on Chop?
Well, you know what? I'm not a fast thinker. I'm on my feet. When it comes to standing and cooking, I wasn't too good, but I did compete. I was asked to be on the Grand Chef Masters. So so one year, the year that I participated, I was with Hubert Keller and a lot of great chefs, and I had a lot of great time. And but I didn't last too long.
Okay.
But it was good. It was a good experience. Yeah.
Now, yesterday, November 7th, you opened Eating House 1503 here in Cayman at Margarita Beach Resort. How did it go? What was the feedback?
Oh, you know what? It was. Thanks for asking. It was great. We had a great time. We had a lot of great response from our guests. The restaurant was full. And it was exciting. People came in because they heard that we were opening. Some of the people that were there last night heard us. Was following us through Facebook and social media. Stuff like that, and knew that we were going to be opening last night. They came in. They had a great time, and for us, we want to do justice, and we want to do a great job for all of our locals out here. So we're starting slow, making sure that we get all the details worked out, and it's been exciting.
Excellent. Now, what was the reason behind choosing Cayman Market for your new restaurant?
Well, the reason for the Cayman Market was because I have a friend out here that I used to work with in Guam. And we used to have I still do have a restaurant called Roy's Guam, and he moved out here, and he said, hey, you should really take a look at this market, because we think that there's a opportunity for your concept to do well here in Cayman. So came out here and really enjoyed the island feeling. And sometimes you go somewhere and you feel something special. Sometimes you always go somewhere and you're excited to go there and you see the lifestyle and you see all of that. But just like when I went to Hawaii 30 years ago to open the Roy's, I felt something special, and I had that feeling over here. So I thought to myself, wow.
The energy was the same.
Yeah, the energy was the same. So I thought, maybe we can really do something here. Good. And, maybe reach out and touch the hearts of people here. So.
Right. Well, definitely you'll be touching my stomach in a couple of minutes. So we'll definitely, that'll just go straight to the heart.
Well, that's that's what we want to do. Go from the stomach first.
Now, when pursuing new opportunities and partnerships, Chef Roy, how important is due diligence in conducting some sort of market research to see if this is the right fit for your brand?
Well, you know what? It's kind of interesting because I'm from Japan and born and raised there, and the Japanese sometimes are they're patient, and they kind of when it comes to due diligence, sometimes they take too long. And but at the end of the day, the main thing is that we like to do a handshake and to commit ourselves in a situation where we think that something can grow, and be patient about it. And that's the patience to me is what's important.
It's a virtue.
Yeah, and a lot of times things take time to start rolling, and we're committed to making sure that we give that great guest experience out here.
Good. How did the name Eating House 1503 come about?
Okay, so this is in our family of restaurants. So the Eating House brand is started about 3.5 years ago on the island of Kauai, in Hawaii. And Eating House was the first restaurant that opened in Hawaii around 1849 by the gentleman of Peter Fernandez. So, taking that into account, what I thought, because the food in Eating House is very, it's more casual and more comfort than the Roy's brand, so I wanted to bring that element of more of the kind of a easygoing lifestyle, but yet it's still exciting, and having this vibrant food. So I thought that I would bring this to Cayman because I thought that this would be more of a fit when it came to the dining experience. And then the 1503 is, from what I understand, 1503 is when Christopher Columbus sighted the islands here. So paying tribute to that, and to also for us to have a fresh start, in 2018. So,
well, thank you for putting a part of us in the naming of your restaurant. I'm quite sure a lot of our locals will appreciate that.
Well, I thought it was extremely important because it's we need to get back to where we started from,
exactly,
and to really find out who we are and to continue to have that legacy, continue to grow.
Mm-hmm. You're in tune to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz as we put the spotlight on a new restaurant opened up yesterday at Margaritaville Beach Resort called the Eating House 1503. I'm pleased to have in studio with me Chef Roy Yamaguchi, owner and founder, telling us more. Now let's talk about the signature dishes. You brought us a copy of your menu, which is very interesting.
Yeah, so, I actually designed the menu the way I like to eat. So, so basically, what we're doing here is, if you want something to start as, something kind of cold to start with. So we have ice cold Cayman, and we have, of course, we have different dishes. We have some nice poke. Poke is very popular around the country right now, but, it originated in Hawaii, and we have our twist of our own local poke that we're going to be doing here with a little jerk seasoning.
Nice.
And then we have some, the humble beginnings are things that we like to do. So the crab cakes or conch fritter, which is, it's pretty cool stuff because, we're putting a little water chestnut to make it a little different.
The locals pronounce it conch.
Conch.
That's right. You going to be Caymanian?
Okay.
1503,
well,
conch fritters.
Okay, conch fritters. I want you to correct me because I want you to be my guiding light here.
That's fine.
As we continue to work.
That's right.
So things like that, or we have the crispy calamari, or we have the taco. So I was surprised that I thought. What do you think? The word taco means octopus.
Yes.
But you think that maybe octopus should be written rather than taco?
So that they'll know.
Yeah.
Exactly, because they're going to think taco, Mexican taco.
But do you like octopus?
I'm okay.
You okay with that, or?
I'm okay.
Okay. But so we have starters like that, and we have some nice salads. We're working with and like to continue to work with farmers here to make sure that we can get some sustainability going, and working with local. So we're working on that right now. So we're looking forward to having work with more farmers in the future. And then we have comfort foods, like we have our burger, which is to me one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It's a great dish, very comfort. And we have the ramen. There's a lot, ramen craze around the country right now.
Yes.
But with some nice pork. And then some fried rice, and then we have some ocean and land. So it's kind of nice to be able to get some nice fish from the surrounding waters, or from from the Atlantic coast, and having our miso yaki butterfish style fish, or we have our steamer fish, which is great with our little soy kind of flavored with ginger, garlic, sesame oil, that type of little broth. And we have some land stuff like the Vietnamese style lamb chops, which to me are pretty tasty. Fillets, ribeyes. So a combination of those things. And again, when it comes to the end, this chocolate souffle that we do is is something that's been on my menu for 30 years, starting from Roy's, and it's a great way to have that little chocolate rush, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
And I'm looking at this pineapple upside down cake.
Yeah, that's some good stuff too, because that's been our menu for 30 years too. Nice. So it's taking the caramelized pineapples and getting that little sponge cake thing going. Yeah, good stuff.
Good. Well, I know the festive season is quickly approaching. Pretty much it's here. And, persons are going to be eating out a lot more. And there are also going to be corporate luncheons and dinners. Are you all open to entertain and take bookings for corporate events?
Oh, yes. And that's one of our things is that, we want to make sure that it's festive. And, we have parts of the dining room that can probably work well with groups coming over. And we have a nice area, Lanai, the patio area, where we can, probably host a lot of different parties out there. And, people can enjoy the festivities out there.
Now, give us an idea of the atmosphere that was created when persons opened the doors of your restaurant.
Well, so we took over an old steakhouse spot, which was kind of dark and it was kind of like slow moving. But we wanted to really brighten it up because our concept's all about it's about great food, it's about energy, it's about having fun. So we now have this door, this glass door. You walk in and you feel the energy of the restaurant. Before you walk in, just looking inside the restaurant, you feel the energy of something good's going to happen. You walk in and you feel the vibrant restaurant. The colors of the restaurants are smoothing to the eye. It's exciting, but yet it's kind of like relaxing.
Right.
So you can come in with your friends, group of friends, and sit down, at the bar, the lounge area, and you can kind of like enjoy your cocktails and talk and have fun, or you can go to sit down at the tables and you can enjoy your evening with friends and large parties. But I wanted people to feel comfortable, but yet excited about what they're going to be receiving.
That's right. You're in tune to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz as we put the spotlight on Eating House 1503 by Chef Roy Yamaguchi. Opened yesterday, that's November 7th, at Margaritaville Beach Resort right here in Grand Cayman. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about the importance of promoting local products, price and service, and finding and retaining top talent. Keep it locked to the Business Buzz for more when we come back.
You may have heard of them by now. GreenTurtle.ky, a one-stop shop for your mobile needs. Whether shopping for a new phone or topping up a loved one, it's time to hop aboard the Green Turtle Express. From 24-hour delivery in Grand Cayman to sending credit worldwide, GreenTurtle.ky is the future of mobile. Take a ride on the Green Turtle Express today. GreenTurtle.ky. They get there first.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Cruise tourism is a vital part of Cayman's economy. It is the government's responsibility to create an environment where our people can have an opportunity to grow and prosper today, tomorrow, and into the future. It is a myth that Cayman does not need cruise tourism. It is a fact that cruise passengers spend $200 million per year buying services from small businesses, tour operators, attractions, restaurants, and retail shops. Those funds stay right here, supporting our economy and communities. Support the pairs. Support our tourism.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Business Buzz.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, keeping the spotlight on Eating House 1503 by Chef Roy Yamaguchi. Opened yesterday at Margaritaville Beach Resort right here in Grand Cayman, and he's brought for... I'm going to say for me, but I'll be nice and share with Paul and any one of the other Radio Cayman staff who wants to say. And Susan, she's off today. that's sad because she's the producer of our show. But I know what? I will eat enough for me and you. I can't wait to sink my teeth into Dr. Chef Roy's Sichuan baby back ribs. And to tell you more about that, you can follow me on Facebook and definitely Radio Cayman. So we'll give our reviews. Yes, YouTube as well. We're streaming. I'm not going to tell you I'm going to do that live though. I don't want to make a mess.
It's okay. It's just like, finger licking good.
Yes,
right? So.
yes. But Chef Roy, how important is marketing and promoting this business? Understanding how new it is, but you come with such an extensive background in this industry.
It's important, I can, remember starting, and I used to work in different restaurants, and the old days, when I first started, a restaurant with great food would be always packed.
Everyone's happy.
And everybody's happy. But today, you have to be really savvy about, being able to market yourself and to promote yourself. And especially for myself, being in the business for so long, we have to be relevant.
Yes.
And so again, for myself, I try to figure out different things that I can do to promote not only myself, but the restaurant itself also. So marketing and, getting our name out there is extremely important. We want to make sure that we get the right vibe out there too.
Yeah.
So that's why it's important for us to really not, start our business with a bang, but to slowly build our business because we want to make sure that anybody
sustain it too.
And everybody that comes into the restaurant, we want to make sure that they have a great experience.
Correct. Now, one of the things that keeps you not only relevant, but to make sure that you keep your patrons coming back is price point.
Yes.
What are we talking about here?
So Kevin was doing the market research on the pricing, and he felt that the pricing that we have currently is in the market of the restaurants and the caliber of food that we're going to be providing to our guests. We want to make sure that people come in and feel like they're going to be receiving something for value. And so hopefully, when people come in, they'll be feeling that way. But we are buying a lot of expensive ingredients, great ingredients, but savings that or passing that savings on to our guests through our pricing that we feel comfortable with, and the portions are nice, and we're giving that wow factor when they come in and eat our food. So. We feel comfortable that, everybody will be happy when they leave. Okay. And the variety of food that we have to offer is pretty neat. So, you can come in and, say for instance, two people come in, you can have, some appetizers and, we call them poo-poo back in Hawaii, but some appetizers and kind of share it. And, hey, listen, try us out. And, if you feel great about it, you come back again and you can order some more stuff. And it's, that's the way it should be.
Now, I'm looking at your menu. Do you cater for children, understanding we're not only just opening this restaurant for the festive season, but because how our island is designed in the makeup of persons coming here to vacation, families going out for dinner, our children, is this also, or can it be tweaked where there's a children's menu?
Yeah, we have so we have a kids menu. So we have fish and meat, and we have quesadillas that we do is our Roy style eating house style quesadillas, and it's it's I mean, at the end of the day, I built our restaurants with kids in mind also because, when I first started with Roy's, my kids were, my daughter was 5, and my son, wasn't born yet, and then he came around, and, he was a kind of a mischievous kid who used to run around the restaurant and have fun. So, we wanted that kind of environment and, have that kind of good feeling of taking care, because for me, I like to make sure that the kids are taken care of because, they're our future customers
of course.
At the end of the day, and we've been fortunate in our group of restaurants where we were, in the beginning we had, grandparents and parents, and now and their kids came with them, and now their kids are older, and they bring their newborns, and it's great.
Succession planning to the top, definitely.
Exactly.
Now, what are the key factors to opening a successful restaurant you found over your years?
Well, you know what? It's at the end of the day, we're in the people's business.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what it really amounts to. Quality. Everybody understands that there needs to be quality, consistency, but what's more important is the people. And that's the hardest factor in our business. So I always say that we're in the people's business, because unless you really hire great individuals that have the same vision and goal as you do, it becomes a little difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, we can always teach them with people with great personality and with good intentions, and so it's a long process. It's not done overnight.
How easy or difficult is it finding and retaining staff in the restaurant industry, have you found? Could be locally and internationally.
Internationally, it's hard. It's extremely difficult. And that's why there are turnovers in restaurants. But at the same time, that's why we have to continue to nourish, and we need to guide, and we need to teach on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what has to be done all the time. And for instance, I have a restaurant that's celebrating its 30th anniversary this year, the original Roy's restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And even 30 years later, we're always continually training our staff or working with our staff, and making sure that our vision and our goals are clear to them, so that they can strive towards the same ideas that we have, and to make sure that we give our guests a well factor, making sure that the food is creative. So it never changes. It's just constant work. Constantly, you have to work on it.
Right. We're putting the spotlight this morning in our second segment of the Business Buzz right here on Radio Cayman on Eating House 1503. I'm pleased to be joined by Chef Roy Yamaguchi, telling us more. Now, are reservations necessary to dine in at Eating House?
Well, you know what? Last night we were full, and there were people waiting, so it's always nice for people to call up and make reservations.
Mm-hmm.
But of course you can walk in,
right.
We rather be ready.
Yes.
Rather be ready to make sure that we can take care of you.
That's right. Tell us how you give back to various communities through your philanthropic work.
Well, I've been fortunate to do what I do every day, and to really be able to cook and to and to give back that way, but we support a lot of different organizations throughout the country and throughout the world at various locations of our restaurant. But children has always been important to me, so we've always given to a lot of children
mm-hmm.
organizations. But aside from that, we do a lot with Red Cross, because they're always willing to help and, go to disastrous areas, whether it be at home or whether it be abroad. So, Red Cross has always been. So, as we continue to move along, we're going to be looking for charities that we can give back to.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's extremely important to take care of our community.
Of course, I agree with you. We're going to take our final break for the morning, and when we come back, we'll just talk a little bit about accomplishments in Chef Roy's career, and I'll ask him to share with us some advice and tips for students and other entrepreneurs, and we'll also recap again what can be expected at Eating House 1503, the newest restaurant just opened last night at Margaritaville Beach Resort right here in Grand Cayman.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Cayman National Culture Foundation presents Errol John's Obie Award-winning play, Moon on a Rainbow Shawl. Don't miss this sensational production featuring some of Cayman's finest talents. Moon on a Rainbow Shawl, a story for everyone. Come, reach for the moon. at the Hartwell Theatre November 1st through 25th. Buy your tickets at Funky Tanks, Foster's Airport and Strand locations, and Healthcare Pharmacy Grand Harbor, or online at artscayman.org.
On Friday, November the 9th at 12:15 p.m., you can hear another presentation in Radio Cayman's CI Retro Talk Today special program series on Caymanian history, culture, and heritage, and its importance to the Cayman Islands community in its forward sail, future endeavors, and plans. With Remembrance Day and the 100th anniversary of the end of World War I observances coming up on the weekend, the focus will be on Caymanian involvement, sacrifice, and dedication to the defense and preservation of freedom and democracy. This special CI Retro Talk Today presentation is being brought to you by these fine sponsors. Four Winds Esso in West Bay, serving the West Bay community and the wider Cayman Islands community for over 6 decades. The Ministry of Culture, Flowers Bottled Water, the Cooler Bottled Water, and by the Appliance Doctors. CI Retro Talk Today special program presentation Friday at 12:15 p.m. on Radio Cayman.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, and we're talking about Eating House 1503 opened yesterday. That's Wednesday, November 7th. Eating House 1503 is an Asian influenced with a dash of the Caribbean. A casual vibe with Chef Roy's signature dishes, and he has told us so much about his menu, the development, retaining staff. But, you know, when you look back at his career, he attributes his appreciation for food to his parents and grandparents. So what really keeps you motivated, Chef Roy?
Well, for me, you know, I've started in the kitchen, so creating is it's extremely important to me. So I'm always in the kitchen working, coming up with different ideas, coming up with different dishes that I can do. So that's always been my thing. And but you know, the restaurant business itself is exciting.
Yes.
You know, you're always meeting new people. You're always under the gun, meaning that, you know, not in a bad way, but you know, you're always under time. You know, pressure. You know, pressure is extremely important. Yeah. When it comes to cooking, and you know, you're always trying to beat the clock and making sure that the food goes out in a timely manner. So it's always exciting, and you know, making sure that the servers are you know, in an environment and psychologically, so that they can you know, perform and give a great service to our guests. So you know, so that tying all that together is to me, it's extremely exciting on a day-to-day basis.
Not being a chef or no experience at all in the restaurant industry, but I'm quite sure it is very important that your team that works with you in that sometimes hot atmosphere also have to mesh. You have to be in sync in order for that, what you're putting on those plates, to just make sense. This is your development. It comes from your heart. Yes, how vital is it to make sure your team is on the same page?
Yeah, great question. You know, it's extremely important. You know, restaurants are like a sports team, or it's like a play, theater. You know, everybody has to jive. Everybody has to come together. Everybody has to work harmoniously. So, you know, if someone's out of sync, you know, it kind of brings down the team. So everybody has to perform at a high level, and then, you know, that energy translate. And, you know, when somebody is down, you know, we have to make sure that we have somebody else that can pick that person up and to kind of like bring them back to speed, because you know, it's important that we keep that energy and that vibe and the consistency of the execution always flowing.
What do you consider are some of your smallest and biggest accomplishment in your career to date?
Well, you know, when it comes to cooking and all that stuff, you know, I think the biggest accomplishment has always been, you know, we have what's called the James Beard Awards, which are kind of like the Oscars, and you know, I was able to win the Chef of the Year for the Pacific and Pacific Northwest, and so that was a great deal.
Excellent.
When all your peers and, you know, the people that are around you and you know, say that, you know, hey, listen, this year you were the best. So that's extremely important. But you know what, on a day-to-day basis, you know what, to me what's important is that we take care of our guests. You know, we have a lot of people that come into our restaurants that save. And that's, to me, that's extremely important, because when they save and they say that I want to spend my money at your restaurant. To me, that's something that people have to save for. So I'm very, very happy and feel great that people want to do that. So that's on a day-to-day basis. That's extremely important to me.
What tips would you offer other entrepreneurs and young people about what it takes to get into the restaurant business?
Well, excuse me. So, listen, there's a lot of reality shows which are not good for chefs because they think that they can be the new hottest chef or the, sensation overnight. But at the end of the day, it's hard work. It's you gotta build a foundation that's not gonna crumble. So a lot of hard work, you go at it and, you learn, gain experience. And so to me, that's one of the more important things is that to build a foundation, learn, so your life's not going to crumble under any situation, and to gain experience from a lot of different chefs, knowing that it's going to be a tough road, but at the end of the day, if you can establish yourself and to have your vision and your creativity known to people, and then listen, it makes it a lot easier.
What keeps you motivated and inspired to continue? Here we are opening another restaurant again.
Like my wife says, you're getting older and you need to be relevant, or else you're going to be just another old man sitting in the corner somewhere.
How do you wind down? I mean, it's one thing you're a chef, but can your wife actually say, "Let's go out for dinner, hon"? How do you take that on?
You know what? I'll be honest with you. For me, it's we go out once in a while, and but usually if I I usually work, and if I don't work, I'm usually at home.
Yeah.
Just relaxing. I have a little a 2.5-year-old puppy. Mika-chan. Yes, which keeps me
what breed?
Very Lhasa Apso.
Okay.
Yeah, keeps me in line. But I just enjoy just I don't so when I go out. I go to my, I don't go, to me, just this is me, but usually when I'm home, I don't go anywhere beyond 2 miles from my house.
Okay. I wonder
why. Well, I just I like being home when I'm not working, because I'm always traveling and, working in the restaurant.
So it's time for you to unwind and appreciate your own space.
Yeah, so I appreciate my own space. So I just go out, really close by and, take a bite to eat and come back home.
Yeah.
And
good for you. Well, congratulations on this newest adventure. And for the sake of those, I'd like to give you an opportunity to, just recap. What would you like to leave with our listening audience? Inviting all those persons out who, if you're just hearing about Eating House 1503, is the new restaurant opened yesterday, and it's located at Margaritaville Beach Resort. What would you like to leave?
Number one, I appreciate this opportunity. For me, it's, again, same thing. It's, I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be able to serve and to be able to provide some great experiences that hopefully people would enjoy when they come to the Eating House 1503. We're here to serve and to do a great job, and humbly like to have people come over and just enjoy their experience.
Sure.
And I've traveled all the way from Hawaii here to do it and to give the experience. And we have a great chef that we're having work here, Chef Nov8th, and he's a great individual. And we have a great team, and everybody's willing to work hard and give that great experience for people to walk in. So we're for everyone that's listening, on your show, we want to be do some good stuff.
Yeah. Cayman Thanksgiving is coming up, and so is the Christmas holidays. Are you going to be having any openings or any special menus for?
Yes, we're working on that right now.
Okay.
So yes. We started out, under the 8 ball, and we're trying to catch up right now and making sure that we give some great experiences today, but working towards all of that.
And can't forget booking those early reservations for New Year's Eve's dinner, because I know a lot of that happens as well. So you follow them on Facebook. I'm quite sure that a lot of people are following you on social media, hence the excellent turnout that you had last night for your opening. And I'm quite sure they will be sharing their experience, and definitely by means of Paul and I can't wait to dig into those baby back ribs in a
Yes,
few
please
minutes.
do.
We will
Please do.
definitely give our own reviews, and I'm quite sure I will be sharing some of Paul's pictures. I will not show mine with all of that. Oh, we got some more staff coming down, getting ready to sample the ribs. Chef Roy, it has been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
I want to personally congratulate you and from the team and our producer Susan, who fortunately for her she's off today, but unfortunate for her because she'll be missing all those goodies for making this show possible.
Thank you.
We wish you all success, and again, all the best to you and your family and your team.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
The Business Buzz is brought to you every Tuesday and Thursday, and today's show is proudly sponsored by greenturtle.ky. Get your new phone at greenturtle.ky. No stress, no fuss at greenturtle.ky. Also brought to you by Cayman Medical Supplies. Give them a call, 949-6211. I want to encourage everyone to go down and support Georgetown Heritage Day today. That kicks off from 9 o'clock, and I think it goes until about 8 o'clock this evening. And then head on down then to Royal Palms, where we officially kick off Pirates Weekend that goes straight through till Monday, the public holiday. It's a long weekend. I encourage everyone to be safe, exercise caution on our roadways, and drink responsibly. Until Tuesday, have a safe and fabulous Thursday.